Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast, and I'm just checking in on you. Oh, Nene, where you going?
Going to work out.
Gonna go work out. There you go. Get on the elliptical.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Do it.
I am.
All right? That was part of our prenuptial agreement.
No, it wasn't.
Keep it looking good. It's exactly what it is.
You would never dare try to get a prenuptial agreement with me.
What are you talking about?
Don't even throw that out there.
I'm throwing it out there right now. I'm going to get a post-married,
Nope.
post-nuptial agreement.
Too late.
No, I'm going to get, all right.
It's mine, all mine.
You know what? I don't even give a shit. You want all this stuff? I don't care. It's a fucking headache. As long as I got enough for a sandwich, I'm good. I want every color of Izod's shirt.
Goodbye.
Yeah, seriously, though. I will leave you. There's a certain level that if you drop below, I'm walking. This bald, pasty, redheaded male pushing 50.
Yeah, good luck.
Okay? Don't look at me like I don't have options, woman. I've been out to the strip malls. I've seen the looks. Okay? You put me in a strip mall, Nia, that has a dentist and a place where they do your taxes, okay? Fucking head just whipping around. Yeah.
Yeah. Goodbye.
She could at least pretend that I'm still kind of good looking, right? All right. Anyways, what's up, everybody? How are you? How's your week going? Is it going bad? Well, it's almost over. At least the bad part of it is. Huh? How about a moment of silence? How about a fucking moment of silence for everybody who's sitting in a fucking place they don't want to be right now? Huh? There was your moment. And you know what? That's all you deserve. Why are you still there? Stand up. Push that plastic wheelchair away from that fucking... I know. Well, then what do you do, right? Don't do that. You need a plan. Come up with a fucking plan. My stomach's going to be growling like crazy. I just got off of the plane. Had a 7 a.m. flight. Came back from New York. I went to the... it's just an amazing memorial service for Charlie Murphy yesterday. And I got to tell you this, because, it's a private ceremony, so I'm not going to give any details, but I will tell you this. Comedians, a lot of us may die young, but I will tell you this, we have great funerals. It was fucking unbelievable. It was unbelievable. A New York legend was sent off by legends. It was incredible. It was really incredible. So, yeah, still sad though. Obviously still sad, but he would have been very happy. I don't want to speak for him or anything, but I hope I get sent off that well. Man, it was, it was definitely something else. Well, that's great, Bill. Bring up something that you're not going to really give any details of. Well, whatever. So anyways, so everybody hung out afterwards till 2:30 in the morning, and I had a 7 a.m. flight, and, the only way there's two ways to handle a 7 a.m. flight, which is going to involve a fucking 4:30 a.m. pickup. All right? There's only two ways to do it. You either go to bed, you drink some hot cocoa at 7 p.m., and you figure out how you're going to get your fucking 8 hours, whatever you do. What do you people do with your pills? Huh? Is that what you do? Or you sit fucking Indian style at the foot of your bed going, whatever that meditation shit is, all right, which I have not done, and I'll tell you the ramifications of that here in a minute. You either do that, or you just stay out drinking with your friends till 2:30 in the morning, and then you come home, you get about an hour and a half, 2 hours sleep, you stagger to the fucking airport, whatever, out to the cab, you go in there, and you just, the biggest thing is not to nod off at the gate. You got to stay awake, but the lights are on and that type of shit. And then once you get to your seat, that's it. Then you're out. You're out. It's fucking, and that's a great way to do it, because then you don't have to sit there bored out of your mind on the flight. By the way, thanks to the person that sent me that fucking creepy video of that plane crashing, which for some dumb reason I'm sitting there watching it, about the tail section coming off this plane. These pilots trying to figure out a fucking way to try to land it, which of course you can at that point. I wasn't surprised that they didn't invert. That's always a fun thing, half asleep to be watching, because, you're half asleep going like, wait, am I on this flight? Or is this a, should I be feeling that feeling? They sent me this video and I'm not getting on this plane. Well, you know what? I got on that goddamn plane and I went right to sleep and woke up like, 5 hours later. 5 hours later on a 6-hour flight's perfect. They come over, sir, would you like anything? Would you catch it? Well, I go, yeah, what do you got? Well, we got a mushroom. We got a portobello mushroom sandwich. Yeah, that sounds gross. What else you got? I didn't even know what the other thing was. I thought when she said the mushroom thing with the other thing, I thought it was all the same thing. I go, is that all one thing or is that two things? She goes, that's two things. And I went, all right. I don't want anything. I got a new thing. I don't eat on planes. I'm not fucking doing it. It's just, it's fucking shit food, empty cow. What are you gonna do? You're like a fucking 5 miles up from the surface of the earth. The only thing you should be eating up there is shit that you shouldn't be eating, like Pringles potato chips and stuff. But why would you eat those? Then you're just sitting there, you're just becoming a fat fuck. So I sort of been doing this thing this year as I'm trying to fucking drop some weight here. Even though I'm a dad, I'm not gonna have I'm not having the fucking dad bod. Not having that thing, the thing when you go to lift up your arms, your shirt comes up and there's just that fucking pork shoulder spilling out on the side. That ain't happening to me. Speaking of which, so, I packed hastily because I went to Boston first and then to New York. And so I grabbed a suit and everything and my shoes. So I have them for the memorial service. And I forgot to bring dark socks. All right. And also I was working out and doing the elliptical and all that type of stuff. So I thought I brought enough boxers and I didn't. So I was like, fuck. So I landed in New York. I get to the hotel and it's, we're like in Midtown and shit. We, meaning me and all my fucking personalities. And so I call me up. I tell her where I'm at. I was like, fuck, the car's coming to take me over to the service. I need some underwear. Where should I go? This is New York. There's no fucking Gaps anywhere. They're all like downtown or way uptown. I'm right in the middle. I don't have time. And she asked me where I was at. She goes, oh, I know that. It was like a gay neighborhood. She goes, go around the corner. There's one of those fucking stores. So I go across the street, right? And there's like, the second you see the mannequins, you know what I mean? You know that this is like, it's a gay store. It's for gay men. So I don't give a fuck. I need underwear, right? Gay men still wear underwear. So I walk in there and it was just like, Jesus Christ. There was like cock rings on the fucking wall, which by the way, I thought that was the same as like when people get their dick pierced, which I still don't know where they do that. It's like a navel ring, but it's on your dick. So I thought a cock ring, I thought that was the same thing, but it wasn't. It was like looked like something you'd use in plumbing, like a gasket. Evidently, you put that around your dick for some reason. Then what? You swivel your hips, and it's like a hula hoop for your dick, evidently, right? So I fucking go in the back, and the underwear, it's like ridiculous. It was like all these Fred Flintstone prints, you know what I mean? There was like assless shit. And then I finally find a pair that was just all black. And on the waistband, it said nasty pig. So I finally just yell over to the dude behind the counter. I go, hey, you got any like normal, like mainstream underwear here? And he's like, define normal or mainstream. And I was like, well, I don't know. It doesn't say nasty pig on the waistband. It has material around the ass. And when it doesn't say fuck my hole on the back. Regular. Just underwear. He's like, hang on. And he fucking comes over there. And he ended up finding some that were all black. Greg Louganis style. But the only size they had was small, which was fucking hilarious to me because I was just like, yeah, why would you have a medium? This is like gay guys. They want to see their boyfriend's junk spilling out the side. Oh, you nasty pig. So I had to leave there, and the closest place was fucking TJ Maxx. Oh, my God. The fucking animals. Half of it was the way they had the store, like, the way they had the store set up. It's just like, it was so fucked up. It was like I was in Manhattan, the crown jewel of fucking cities in the United States, right? And the second I walked into fucking TJ Maxx, I mean, I might as well have been at a fucking Walmart in the middle of nowhere. And I am talking down to middle America and their Walmarts. I am talking down to it, although I'm not actually, those Walmarts aren't that bad. Other than on Black Friday. Black Friday is the day you don't want to fucking go down there, because that's like white people, Bloods, and Crips. That's our version of it. It's flannels and fucking and flip-flops. That's our Bloods and Crips. And you just don't want to be there on that day, when they have one Atari for $3 way in the back of the store, and everybody's just basically going to trample people like they're going to the fucking Who concert in Cincinnati way back in the day there. I mean, other than that, it's not that bad a store. It's got all kinds of food, giant selections. I've gone in there a bunch of times. I don't know why I brought that up. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about at this point. Oh, TJ Maxx. You get the max for the minimum at TJ Maxx. So I go in there, and it's, typical Manhattan fucking store where it's like half the store is downstairs and the other is on the ground floor and the other is like upstairs. Because they slammed this little fucking store in there. And I finally find some underwears, and I'm like, fuck, I got to stand in this goddamn like Disneyland level line. And I'm like, all right, they got 12 fucking registers open. So even though there's like 24 people, roughly, each one of these cashiers just knocks out 2 people, and then it's my turn. All right? This shouldn't be this bad. And it was. This woman in front of me, I don't know what kind of soap she used, but like I would divorce her. I swear to God, even if she made my heart stop, I'd be like, I love you. I wish nothing for you, but this fucking soap, it's a specific soap. I've smelt it before. She didn't smell bad. She smelled of this soap. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it just, I can't be around it. But I had to be, or else someone was going to cut me. And then they just walked you through, the Disneyland thing where you walk all the way to the right, then you go back to the left, zigzagging all the way up. And just the shit that they had, the impulse buys, and everybody, if they weren't staring at their fucking phones, were just picking up these things. And the more I saw people picking up this shit, looking at it, like the angrier I was getting. Like, why are you picking that up? You don't need that. Let me find you the names of these fucking things. Okay, they had this one thing. It said, I would thank you from the bottom of my heart, but for you, my heart has no bottom. And it was just framed in this piece of shit wood frame and on a white piece of paper with just regular font. Like, please don't walk away with the bathroom key, like the same kind of font you would use at the gas station. They wrote that fucking cheesy, heartfelt message. And what the fuck was the next one? It was just some sort of like coconut almond yummy clusters or something was called that. I don't know. That's how I was. This is the demographic I'm in. Let's become fat fucks and talk about how we love each other. I don't know what I'm talking about. So I get the underwear, and I fucking get back to the hotel room, and I realize in my looking down at everybody in TJ Maxx, I forgot to get socks, so I had to go back to the gay store, And, I come walking into the store, and the same dude's behind the counter, and I was just like, dude, you sell socks here? Because all they had was white socks. I was going to sit down at church, and they were going to come up, and they were like ankles, like Nike socks I was going to wear with like fucking wingtips. I wasn't going to do that. So they actually had regular socks. So that's what I learned at the gay store. They just had regular Nike socks, but for some reason, the tag on them, I took a picture of it. I got to send this. You know what? I'm going to tweet this out or whatever. The tag on the socks just said, bitch, please. That's just some, I guess, woman or maybe a guy in drag with his face all twisted up. I got on bitch, please socks by Nike, and they feel normal. These are made for gay feet, but for some reason they seem to fit mine just fine. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I mentioned earlier that I hadn't been meditating, and it came to a head, so to speak. And remember when I was bitching about updating my fucking phone? and then trying to update my laptop, and there's no one to call, and I'm typing in the right passwords, and the two are not in sync, and I don't know how to do it. I finally had a meltdown, and my laptop was closed, and I took my phone, and I just fucking slammed it down like corner first onto my laptop, somewhere between a jab and an overhand right, but it was a stabbing motion, and I don't know what. Then I fucking opened my laptop, and the screen was broken. So my question I have for you guys is not, do I need anger management? I know I do. My question is can people just fix a fucking screen? You can do that. It's not the hard drive. There was no water. Can't they just take that out? It's like I got a broken windshield on my laptop. Can they do that? I'm going to find out. Because once again, I didn't back up anything there. And I was just really thinking, I didn't back anything up, and I didn't back anything up my phone when I dropped it in the toilet, but do I miss any of that data, however the fuck you say it? And the reality is I don't. I mean, most of my pictures is taking pictures of shit that I hate, People's dirty feet and fucking heartfelt photos and gay socks that say bitch please. I mean, do I really need to save these somewhere? I just love the idea that these exist somewhere in a cloud, and there's these fucking people trying to figure out with the shit that I take a picture of, what can they sell me next? Okay, gay socks, coconut clusters. I would thank you from the bottom of my heart, but for you, my heart has no problem. Okay, this is a fat gay male with a sugar addiction and a foot fetish. Anyway, so I got to read. By the way, my daughter laughed for the first time yesterday twice, and I was on the road and I didn't get to hear it. But I'm hanging out with her all day today. Other than the benefit I have to do tonight, and I'm really psyched. I came home and of course dropped everything and picked her up, and she just smiled for 3 minutes straight, which was amazing. And I could tell she was getting sleepy. And I can read her body language. She was on the floor, and she started doing this thing like she's trying to sit up. I'm like, all right, she wants to get up. And I just put her on my lap, and we were watching these people in Maine rebuilding cabins or some shit. And I felt her start to slump to the right, and I knew that she was falling asleep. And she was asleep, which I was like, this is a perfect time to do the podcast. But it felt so awesome, her just laying there, that I stayed there for another 20 minutes. And I'm kind of breaking down parenting into just sections where I know, I was like, all right, I got 18 years with her before she goes off to college, God willing. So how many months is that? I just did 3 of them. And then the other big countdown is the first 3 years. So the first 3 years, all I have to do is just fill her up with love, support, and when I do lose my temper, because I'm going to apologize to her and ask her to help me work on it, so she's not necessarily afraid. I got to kill this aspect of my family tree, because everything else is pretty acceptable. But I don't want to be the guy stabbing his fucking laptop with his phone, freaking his kid out. Who wants to be that person? And you're laying on your deathbed one day, and they come walking in, peeking in, still nervous to be around you. Just be like, yes, sorry, I stabbed my laptop with my phone back in 1882. I don't want to have that. So, I'm hanging out with her all day today, reading books and the whole thing. So I've also decided, all right, so I still got to do my 2 weekends a month. So those will be 6 days I won't see her, but I'll actually see her more than if I had a 9 to 5, because then I can come home and just totally focus on her, for the next 10 days before I go out on the road. So, and every person that's a parent, they all say it goes by so fast. So I just keep thinking that every fucking time, every day. So hopefully, I don't fuck this up, but I'm not going to lie to you. I know I'm a mess, so I'm definitely, the jury's out. I hate people walking around, I'm a great dad. Shut the fuck up. That's not for you to say. Somebody says that to you, you cunt. You know who's awesome? Me. You know why? Because I said so. All right, Audible. Okay, here we go. I got some reads here. This is the advertising. Audible Audible. Okay, Lewis Black's new book, The Great Lewis Black. Lewis Black, The Rant is Due, is the new original comedy series from Audible Channels. Oh, I thought it was a book. They said it was a book. Lewis Black's new book. You can hear the latest episode for free right now at audible.com/Lewis Black. Now, who the fuck wouldn't want to hear a book written and read by Lewis Black? I'm doing this. This show is written by the fans. You can rant about everything from politics to relationships to anything that's driving you mad. By submitting your rant to Lewis Black right now and listening to The Rant is Due for free at audible.com/Lewis Black. For anyone that doesn't know Lewis Black, he's a comedy hero, a regular on The Daily Show. He's got stand-up specials on HBO and Comedy Central. He's the voice of anger in Inside Out, and he's got over 1 million fans connecting every day on social media. I remember the first time I saw Lewis Black. I saw him at the Comedy Cellar right before he blew up. He was about my age, maybe a little younger, about 45, 46, and it was one of those fucking brutally hot summer days in LA. And he came in still wearing his sport coat and all that, and he was just like miserable. Okay? He already walks around with a certain level of agitation, which I could totally relate to. Remember I said I walk around at a 6, so going up to 10 isn't that quick a ride? So Lewis came in, and there was like nobody in the fucking club. It was like the mid-90s, like 95, 96, and comedy was still dealing with the 80s hangover, still waiting to make another comeback. And so he goes in there in front of like 3 fucking people, I don't know, 3 tables of people, whatever. And I had never seen him. And he got in there and he was legit upset about how fucking hot it was outside. And then you combine that with his material and his stage persona. And he got that finger going. And it was like, I'll never forget that. I was fucking dying. This guy, he was in front of like 11 people murdering like he was at Carnegie Hall. And that was just one of those great, just moved to New York, and it was just one of those great, oh my God, who the fuck is this guy? How have I never seen this guy? How doesn't everybody know who this guy is? And within like, that was like 95, 96. And I want to say he hit around like 99. It was quick. Within like, by 1999, I think he went out on the road and he did that classic comedy tour lineup. It was him, Mitch Hedberg, and Dave Attell. Can you believe that? That was a fucking tour. Hey, we're going to go out and go see comedy tonight. Oh, yeah, who you seeing? I don't know, this guy, Lewis Black, this up-and-coming guy, Mitch Hedberg. I'm trying to think if Dave Attell had his show yet. And so I think he had Insomniac. And maybe Mitch had his half hour out, but I didn't even get to see that fucking tour because I was too busy slugging it out in my fucking hell rooms. I would have loved to have seen that. So anyways, as I'm sitting here babbling, I'm supposed to be reading advertising. I'm telling stories. All right, Framebridge, everybody. That's so weird. I just shot one day on a movie in Framingham, Massachusetts, out there on fucking off of Route 9, I believe. I used to do the Knicks in Framingham out there a long time ago. Over 20 years, way they go. All right, Framebridge, everybody. Give your personal experience using framebridge.com if applicable. I've never used it. It sounds like a great idea, but I stabbed my fucking laptop in the face. Stabbed it in the face. I always have to say in the face. You know what that's from? That's from the great performance given by that cop in the bathroom in Reservoir Dogs. The rhythm of the way he speaks is so like perfect cop. I said, buddy, I am going to shoot you in the face if you don't put your fucking hands in that dashboard. That's one of those movies when you've seen it that many times, like all the usual good lines that everybody quotes out of the fucking blue. You know, I'm trying to be a fucking professional. You almost got me killed. Asshole. All those ones that everybody knows. Yeah. Bam, 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 bam. Look, if they haven't done what I told them not to do, Everybody knows those lines. But then once you get up to 300-400 viewings of it, which you really can do in the summer if you fucking put your mind to it, and you have no social life like me. Yeah, that's when you start going, who the fuck is this guy playing this cop? The way he's killing this monologue. I don't know. I don't know why. It just reminded me of this comedian, Denny Live from Philly. And I remember when he was doing this white guy. Denny's a black dude, so he's doing this white guy. And the way he was doing the cadence and the way the guy was talking was, that was like sort of at the height of the fallout of the hacky white guy. Like, oh, geez, I got to go do my taxes, like that fucking thing. But he was actually legitimately doing a white guy. Like an impression that I couldn't even fucking do, but I could see the dude that he was doing. I don't know. Those are the nerd things that I like when I'm watching shit. But anyways, FrameBridge. No experience with it. Go to framebridge.com. Choose your frame or let their designers help you choose. Upload your photo from your computer or directly from Instagram. Preview your photo online in the frame you choose! ! This is where it's getting exciting, everybody. Can't upload your photo or art? Don't stab your laptop with your smartphone. No worries. You can mail it. You can mail it in for free. It's affordable. That part is totally for fucking old people like me. You can call up the Pony Express. You can do it that way. The expert team at FrameBridge will custom frame your item in days, not weeks or months, and deliver your finished piece directly to your door, ready to hang. FrameBridge offers a happiness guaranteed. Their team, I hate when they do shit like that. Are you happy? We're just doing a follow-up call. Were you 100% satisfied? I don't think I've ever been 100% satisfied about anything. Well, that kind of goes against our Team Spirit Awards. All right, I'll lie to you. I'm 100% satisfied with my fucking photo of, impulse items at TJ Maxx. Their team gives each item personal care and attention because meeting your expectation is as important as meeting their own. Yeah, somebody's cracking the whip over there. Don't get stuck searching for a last-minute gift. Order now for Mother's Day delivery. Go to Frame. That's a great idea. Picture you and your mom. You know she's going to love that. This is cheap as shit. It's perfect. For all you tightwads that love your mom but don't think she's good enough to spend money, this is what you do. Go to framebridge.com and use promo code Burr, B-U-R-R. You'll save an additional 15% off your first order. Just go to framebridge.com, promo code Burr, framebridge.com, promo code Burr. All right, here we go. How many more of these fucking things? 2 more of these things. All right. Oh, Blue Apron, everybody. Speaking of getting rid of your man tits, this is a good way to do it. And ladies, you'll be able to keep your tits and get rid of your CB, which is right below, if you know what I mean. It's between your hoo-ha and your titties, the old CB there. Sorry. Blue Apron, everybody. See, remember that fucking movie that was just when the CB was just about fucking truckers? Chris Christopherson was in it, and Ernest Borgnine was the state trooper up there in the helicopter convoy. And I remember they were trying to get this fucking convoy of trucks to just stop driving. It was like Vanishing Point with like 72,000 fucking 18-wheelers. They just they weren't stopping for nothing, man. They were just out there. They were just going to keep on driving. So these cops were trying to stop them, and they, for some reason, couldn't. So now Ernest Borgnine, sort of the go-between between truckers and cops, like he understands them. So there's some cunt up in the elevator going, "Hey, you fucking truckers, this is the police. We're up here in a helicopter. We really don't have a gun turret or anything, but we're watching you, so you better be nervous." He's trying to make threats up there in this fucking helicopter. So Ernest Borgnine, it just shakes his head. He goes, they ain't going to listen to that. And he grabs the CB, he goes, "These truckers," he goes, "they got a language all their own." And then he goes to talk to them down there, and he goes, "This is the bear in the air." Never forget how he delivered that line. I even fucked it up. "This is the bear in the air." Like Smokey the Bear, Smokey the cop and all that. Do I have to break it down to you? That's one of the things that I can't fucking stand. I hate when obvious slang, people feel that they have to break it down to you. You know what I mean? I remember one time I saw this one-man show, and the guy goes, we were going into Matty Hattie. He goes, that's Manhattan for all you white people. I want to be like, oh, thank you. I couldn't figure that one out. It was so slick and clever. I mean, you're almost saying Manhattan. And, of course, they got to laugh. Oh, white people, they don't understand things. All right, let's get, am I technically in the middle of a read here? All right, Blue Apron, yeah. All right, yeah. This is about food and aprons. Okay, Blue Apron's mission is to make incredible home cooking accessible to everyone. All right, it's about time. Up until Blue Apron, only the upper 1% were allowed to have food prepared for them. Well, the rest of us were fucking gnawing on bushes. Because Blue Apron ships the exact amount of each ingredient required for the recipe, you better not fucking spill anything. No, they are reducing food waste. Because it's the exact amount. You poor bastards, you're going to be like a crackhead crawling around a motel fucking floor looking for a rock. Did the basil go under the bed? Cooking together builds strong family bonds. Junior, it's time to put in the sugar. Research shows that Blue Apron families cook nearly 3 times more often. Those who spend a lot at restaurants or at high-end grocery stores can now spend under $10 per person for a delicious meal. Each meal, it's a weird word. I just realized that, meal. You guys want to have a meal? Hey, Neil, you want a meal? Each meal comes with a step-by-step, easy-to-follow recipe card and pre-portioned ingredients and can be prepared in 40 minutes or less. Blue Apron's freshness guarantee promises that every ingredient in your delivery arrives ready to cook or they'll make it right. Check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals for free with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/Burr. You'll love how good it feels and taste to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron. So don't wait. That's blueapron.com/Burr. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. I love that. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. There's just so many different ways you can do that line read. Blue Apron, a better way to cook, right? Like fucking Ving Rhames. We have the meats. How great is that fucking advertising campaign? I've never had a desire to eat there ever. It's like, I don't want fast food roast beef. Does anything fucking die quicker than fucking roast beef? I mean, I know it's dead already. You know, rotting flesh is all you fucking stupid fucking vegetarians talk about. Like your plant's not dead already too. They're such dopes. They really are. All of them, every single one of them. I put them all in one group because that's what I do. Because I don't take the time to get to know people. Okay? And right now, I think this country needs a little more of that, don't you? All right, CISO, everyone. Attention comedy nerds. Come to a magical place called CISO, where new stand-up comedy specials debut every month. This month, they have Big J Okerson with What's Your Fucking Deal? A stand-up series featuring nothing but crowd work. That's funny, man. From Big J and dozens of headlining comics. That's a fucking great name for a show. What's your fucking deal? I just picture Big J sitting there on the stool, just looking around. What's your fucking deal? Huh? What do you do? Is it filling you up? With CISO, you get unlimited access to CISO original series. Next day, late night, hilarious stand-up specials, binge-worthy classics, including 42 seasons of Saturday Night Live. That's crazy. Anyone you want to watch. The entire Monty Python catalog, the It Crowd, and more. Sign up now to catch brand new stand-up specials from the great Nick DiPaolo, from the incredible Joey Coco Diaz. Sorry, I tried to do it like Michael Buffer. Bruce Buffer, actually. I was trying to do Bruce Buffer. And the new season of Big J Ogerson's What's Your Fucking Deal? Or watch your favorite sets from comedians like Fahim Anwar, pronounced Fahim Anwar. Dude, you know what? Does everybody have to on Big J Okerson's show? Do you have to say what's your fucking deal? You got to say it. I mean, it's almost like a game show, right? All of it higher. You know, there's certain things that you have to say. I can't think of a catchphrase from a game show. Anyways, hey Bill, the show's already a hit. It's in its 2nd season. They don't need you fucking retooling it. It's like some ghost producer. Fair enough. All right, access CISO content from anywhere at any time using iOS, Android, Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire. Amazon Fire TV. That sounds like a bad fucking, I don't know, vodka or cologne or some shit. Windows on or Xbox. One ready for the Xbox One, sorry. Ready for the punchline? I thought One Ready was the name of one of those things. Ready for the punchline? Yes, Bill, we are. CISO is just $3.99 per month. No joke. $3.99 per month for all the comedy you want, anytime, anywhere, ad-free. Ad-free. You're listening to an ad right now. How annoying is this? You're free of this. Just go to CISO.com, SEESO.com, Sierra, Echo, Sierra, Oscar.com right now to sign up for 1 month for free with promo code Burr at checkout. That's CISO.com, spelled SEESO.com. Promo code Burr, CISO.com, promo code Burr. All right, not to nitpick, but I would have spelt it SEESOO. So when you spell it out, you know, two S's, two E's, two O's. CISO. CISO. All right, let's plow ahead here. All right. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Boston sports. Let's talk Boston sports. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Jesus, what a couple of fucking games those were. All right, let's start with the Boston Bruins. We've lost 3 games straight to the Ottawa Senators. I missed yesterday night's game because I was at the memorial service, but I definitely watched Game 2 and Game 3. And although we had a furious comeback in Game 3, it was not enough. I was actually in the North End in the cigar bar smoking a stogie, hoping it was going to be a good thing. That was a great goal, though, in overtime. Little give and go, got to admit. And I don't know. They've just been outplaying us, and they deserve it. Now, granted, it was a shit call, but there's going to be shit calls. It's just going to happen. But, I don't know. Shit call or no shit call, we've lost 3 games in a row. So, I mean, you can only look in the mirror. So, we'll see what happens. The excitement of the Bruins making the playoffs is quickly subsiding here. I would like to see them win a series, and now they got their fucking backs up against the wall. So we'll see when Game 5 comes up, I imagine tomorrow. All right, and then the Celtics. Oh, Jesus. Celtics have been completely exposed. I know that's probably been said 1,000 times. You know what's funny is when I first got back into the NBA, which I got back into it because Paul Verzi was coming out here, and he loves the NBA, and he was staying with me, him and his lovely wife, staying with me and my lovely wife for like 4 or 5 days. And I'm a hell of a host. Oh, what a host, right? So I'm just like, all right, well, Verzi's coming to town. I got to get some Johnny Blue. I got to get the NBA package so he can watch his Knicks. And I just got into the Celtics. So I've been watching them since December of 2015. And my first thought when I was watching them, I was like, where are we going to go with this game plan? Well, we have this superstar point guard. We live and die by the 3, and we don't get any fucking rebounds. Like, I don't understand how you can win anything playing basketball like that. But then here's what happened. They did. And they just kept winning. And everybody else, it just became socially acceptable on the hard court to fucking run down the court with the ball. 3 people from the other team are under the net, nobody on your team, or maybe one guy. It was totally acceptable to say, I'm not waiting for my other teammates, and I'm just going to launch a fucking 3. And we're up by 1 with like fucking 8 minutes to go. Like, what are you doing? But that just, the same way after Jordan, people were just like, well, I guess we don't need to feed it to a big man. Do we even need a big man? You know what? So I was like, all right, I guess this is the new game. So we ended up not only doing great this year, once we added Al Horford, we fucking got the number 1 seed. And at that point, I completely forgot about my initial reaction to the way that they were playing. And I was like, all right, I guess, we're the number 1 seed. We get an 8th seed, all right. And after the first 2 games, it's like, it seems like the opposite. It seems like they're the number 1 seed and we're the 8th seed. And I kind of knew we were in trouble. I guess, when Charles Barkley just basically broke our team down after the first half of the first game, going, you double team Isaiah, try to make him beat the double, and then if these guys don't hit their threes, they're not getting any I don't know what the hell he said, but it's just like, all right, this guy's already figured this out. Basically, what I'm saying is, I think this is the first real test for Brad Stevens, this next game, where he has to make a drastic adjustment with the players that he has, because they figured us out before the opening tip-off, and that has led to 2 losses, and we have not been able to make any adjustment. And what's fascinating about the Bulls is even though that they're an 8th seed, they got Rondo and they got Dwayne Wade. And Rondo's got a ring, and I think Dwayne Wade, he's got, 3 rings? 4 rings? He won 1 with Shaq and then 2 with LeBron? 3 with LeBron? I can't remember. I'm not a big NBA guy. He's got at least 3 rings. So there's 4 rings right there. Those guys have been through it numerous times. So they're not afraid of the ebbs and flows of the game. They're not afraid of playing on the road. They're just totally chill. And I think that affects the rest of the team. And then you got Butler and Lopez, who are just fucking animals, just hitting, 12-foot jump shots, 15-footers, while getting all these rebounds. And then that fucking white dude from Europe, Vlade Divac Jr., he's fucking started hitting threes. And, we're getting our asses kicked. So I'll see what happens. But Jesus Christ. I mean, we're down 3-1 in hockey, and we're down 0-2 going out to Chicago. So I'm hoping, Jesus, so we don't get fucking swept. I mean, I don't know. Brutal. But, what are you going to do? And it's just a fucking game. I realized that after the first one when I'm watching, Isaiah Thomas crying about losing his sister. It was really a brutal week for that type of shit, huh? Then Aaron Hernandez hung himself, man. That was fucking brutal. The whole thing was brutal. And then all those fucking jokes that people were making, like, oh, yeah, he got hung up. He's got an upper body injury to the fucking neck. Oh, all this dumb shit. That shit to me is always weird, where you're going to say, oh, that guy's a murderer. He's a fucking piece of shit. And then everybody acts like a fucking animal when he kills himself. Of course, there's people out there that think, something else happened. It's like, all right, you just got acquitted on those other 2 murders, and then you had a good chance for an appeal. You had some hope. But I don't know. Who the fuck knows? I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't necessarily agree with that or disagree. I have no fucking idea. But I do know I think if you're any sort of a fucking human being, the whole thing was just sad. It's just like, it's just all these lives just fucking thrown away over nothing. And granted, obviously he pulled the fucking trigger and everything like that, but still, I don't take any sort of, I don't know, I didn't get that. I was just like, it was just, it's one of those things. You just from front to back, you just wish it didn't happen. And everybody's like, hey, here's my fucking obvious joke. So anyway, oh God, am I really going to be talking about fucking him killing himself? Is that how I'm going to end this podcast? How long has this podcast been? 43 minutes. Well, you know what? I'm in overtime. All right, let's end up on something positive tonight. Of course, I'm working tonight, and this fucking band that I've been wanting to see, because their drummer's amazing. I don't have his name in front of me. I should have it, but I don't. This band called Russian Circles is playing at the for fuck's sakes, what's the name of the fucking theater? Every goddamn theater begins with a P out here. I gotta hit pause. I gotta make sure I have this information. Hang on. The Palladium. Fuck. Kept thinking Paramount, the Pompadour, the fucking Palladium. Actually, that's where Richard Pryor taped Live on the Sunset Strip. So, I was introduced to this band. They played this song, Harper Lewis, live. And their drummer absolutely fucking blew me away with his, just how solid his beats were, and then his use of dynamics is just on a whole other fucking level, which I really think is a lost art. But they're playing tonight, says 6:30 p.m., and I wish I could go, but I got a fucking goddamn benefit, so I can't make it. But I'll post that clip of the band playing that song, Harper Lewis. It's the live version, and just the way, it just starts off with the drum beat that he's playing, and he's playing it, it gradually builds in intensity, gets louder and louder. And then when they go into, I don't know, it's an instrumental band. I don't know how to say verses, chorus. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but just absolutely blew me away. If you got nothing to do tonight, you want to see a killer band, go down and get a couple of tickets to that. I guarantee you'll have a great time. All right, that is the podcast. Yeah, I guess because it's 420, like Weed Man, I guess Andrew's going to be giving you guys some extra clips. It's going to be a little bit longer. And that is it. And it was an honor to be at Charlie Murphy's memorial service. It was an honor to know that guy. And I want to thank everybody who spoke that night, last night. The way that they sent that guy off, it was just like, it just was a level of greatness in the performances that I saw from the comedians that went up and spoke. And Charlie was one of the greats. And it was such a perfect send-off, and I'm really glad that I was able to be there and witness it. All right, so that's it. You fucking cunts have a great weekend, and enjoy this music and some clips from a podcast recorded in a Monday or a Thursday gone by.